Welcome to the Geeky Easy, fellow geeks. Let's open a soda, a beverage of your choice, because today I am going to be reviewing Invincible. Now, I know this is Compendium 3, but I just finished that, and I want to do the whole series. I had seen... Okay, well, first of all, it's published by Image Comics. It's written by Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead fame and other things. Walking Dead, Firepower, all this other stuff. Who is now one of the top dogs at Image. I had seen the comics on the shelves, and I was like, okay, I wasn't interested. I don't know why I wasn't interested. But I read I don't know what got me to pick up the first compendium. I'd seen it, I'd heard about it. I guess it was the issue 1 of the first season of the animation, maybe. But it's either a year or so ago, maybe 2. Coming up on 2 exactly, or a year. My niece gave me a Barnes & Noble card for my birthday. And I stopped by Barnes & Noble on the way home, and between the card she gave me, the discount that I had a little discount thing, and whatever percent off, I got the first compendium for like $12. I mean, that was this size, and they're like $65, and I got it for like 12, or I could have got. So I was like, I bought it. Okay, this, and wound up getting all 3, and I am so glad that I got these. Okay, so let me give you just a little breakdown of the plot. I mean, I'm sure everyone, or most people, know what this is about, but you have the titular character, Invincible. His name is Mark Grayson. Typical teenager, or so we think. Got his teenage problems and all that, but his dad is Omni-Man. He's the most mighty superhero on the face of the planet. He's, this world's equivalent to Superman. And he's been told that he's going to eventually get his powers, but he's a little late in getting them. And then one day he gets his powers. So then he has to deal with, having his, teenage, high school problems, getting a girlfriend, having a girl that he has a crush on, then, all this other stuff, his best friend stuff, and then becoming a superhero. And then it turns out that his dad, Omni-Man, is a real bastard, because his people are just this pretty much invincible race of conquerors and yada yada yada. So it's him dealing with all this other stuff, and then all these other issues that he's dealing with, and why those socks lying there. But one of the things I love about this book, or the series, is, okay, you've seen a coming of age story about, superhero kid with superpowers, coming of age thing done a few times before. I mean, most famously with, say, like Spider-Man and Peter Parker, with, other Cape and Cowl books. But this one, the bad guys are, more, all the heroes are more fleshed out. It's more, a lot of them are more morally gray in some areas. Even the heroes, or the people that are on the good side. They might even be doing good things for the wrong reasons, or or wrong things for the good reasons. And some of the bad guys they might be somewhat justified for doing what they do, or feel that they're justified, and you can empathize with them. So there's a lot of kind of exploration of why you're doing what you're doing. Alliances change, people change, and it's organic. Like his relationship with his, Invincible, and the relationship with his father molds and changes over years. So father becomes a good guy again. His relationship with his eventual girlfriend, evolves, and there's, they fight. There's not, like the relationship isn't always perfect. They have, issues, and they have to hash it out. And you'll be, he'll be working with one person at one point, and it's like, I'm done. And then circumstances make them have to come back to work together again, and then they start on. And the way Kirkman writes this stuff, it is, I don't want to say, keep repeating this, but kind of natural and organic, not forced, And a lot of things are just, there's some really surprising things that happen in here that you're like, holy shit, can't believe that happened. Like in the two, mainstream titles, the big two, it would kind of go back, to the status quo. But this one doesn't. It takes this, it happens, and then they deal with it. And someone will be stuck in another dimension for a little bit, and then it's, in the books, the big two, they'll only be gone for, it seems like a long time there, but they come back and it'll only be a short time. But here it's the other way around. They're gone for a little bit, then he's gone for 5 years. That's a big event in this thing. That's a big issue in here, that what happens when you are gone for 5 years, and how does that affect the people around you and your relationships with other people. But this is 144 issues in total, the series, and I just found it really hard to put down. I mean, I'd just sit down to go for a few issues and wind up spending hours reading through it, and it's like, holy snikes, it's been, I've got to get up in a few hours. This is if you have not read this series, you should. The only thing that I have and it's not a complaint, it's more of a warning, there are some pretty mature topics discussed in this book. There's kind of a essay that's put in, that is issued in here. There is betrayal, but there are a lot of the book, and if you've seen this series, you will realize it can be incredibly violent. And in the book, it is more so than it is in the comic, because I guess you can get away with a little bit more having it drawn on paper than actually seeing it done in animation and all that stuff. So it can be pretty violent. So if that bugs you, you might not want to get it because of the violence and all that stuff. But this is rated T+. But I do really recommend this book or this series, just because it is so well done. I mean, like right here, there's some pretty, and this is some of the more tame things that are going on here. But I am going to say, I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. And recommend it because it's a very fresh take on the whole superhero genre. And it's a complete story. There's a beginning, a middle, and once you hit to issue 144, it is all pretty much wrapped up to a very satisfactory conclusion that at some point you could probably do some other stories in there, because there's a couple little jumps in there, so you can they can go back at some point. I don't know if he will or not, but have some other stories going on, flesh out some of the things mentioned in there. But other than that, it's a great series. Everything is all wrapped up. Yeah. But so I do recommend it. So let me know what you thought of the comics, if you read them. How did you collect them? Did you do them floppies? Did you do the absolutes, the compendium? Anyway, let me know in the comments below about that, and like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.